Ladies and gentlemen, just maybe things are starting to return back to normal because we have a large boulder the size of a large boulder blocking the southbound lane highway 145, although this was yesterday. And that's different because like last year, things were so crazy. We had a large boulder pretending to be a medium-sized boulder as it was blocking the highway. So who knows, man? I hope you're having a good weekend and making it through the tense energy of today's Aquarius party. That is kind of tense because of the Mars-Uranus squaring energy with Eris over in the Aries, which is like war area. And middle of the shaft, Florida, you are on watch for possible very dangerous weather moving through your territories today, this afternoon, and tonight. And we are about to enter the really cold and really stormy period of winter season over the next 2 weeks. I've had us focused on the 12th to the 15th period for a couple weeks now, and it's almost here, technically 9 days away. But what I can say is the latest GFS model shows like 6 different storms over a 16-day period, a lot of them turning into nor'easters, many of them bringing snow and sleet plus ice to the south. Some parts as far as south as Oklahoma and even Texas, Louisiana, Carolinas. So we will have to continue to pay attention as, like everything in 2021, it's filled with surprises and a day-to-day affair. But you can see here that we've got quite a few storms coming over the next 16 days. Look at that. And that one is going to carry heavy moisture into heavy cold, which will create some very interesting situations. I'm pretty sure. Pretty dang sure. You know what I'm talking about? All right. And all those storms will be moving over the lower 48 USA and then heading over to the Europe area over the pond. And if you are a THORnews weather lover, you will know that sometimes I just get enamored by the biggest rain bands I've ever seen in my life. And so the rain band situation happening on the GFS is pretty like, wow, the biggest rain bands I've ever seen in my like 8 years of watching rain bands. And so how much of that will end up in Europe, I do not know, but I would definitely pay attention. They've been going through some very bad flooding in a lot of areas, most specifically France lately. And anytime you see a low get like 5 or 6 different little lows in it and kind of spin around in one area, that's just super crazy, man. But this shows multiple lows going into parts of France and Spain. Notice how the lows after they go up and then they dip back down. And we have been watching multiple volcano eruptions coming out of Italy, and then you get earthquakes out of Greece. And so we will be paying attention to definitely all of this situation as it unfolds, because the middle of February is going to be pretty wild weather-wise, I would imagine, And it was just 4 years ago, I got invited to the NASA Super Bowl media event that took place at the Houston Space Center. And I got to go around and talk to like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, Boston Dynamics, the Subsea people, ISS, James Webb Space Telescope. Like I got to talk to so many groups that day. And it was funny. I would ask, A, when are we bringing back the space shuttle? B, when are we going back to the moon? And C, if your group had to fight the other defense contractors, who would win? That was a crazy day, bro. And then I start crying on the bus because NASA felt like a museum. Hey, we're going back to the moon now, so that's cool. But hey, there are cracks in Earth's magnetic field. Well, there are cracks everywhere. Minor cracks are opening in Earth's magnetic field on February 6th. The energy is just all over the place on all factors, all levels, all sectors, all things. As the interplanetary magnetic field near our planet tips south. A solar wind stream due to arrive on February 7th could flow through the gaps, igniting polar auroras. So that's crazy. And I know quotation marks, quotation marks, have been tightening the screws on me. I think some of my videos now are getting like 200, 300 views, even though I'm still stuck at 55,000 subscribers, which I've been at for like 4 years. But with asteroid 2020 SO just barely missing Earth by 0.6 lunar distances on February 2nd, I kind of knew this period from January 16th through February 20th would be sketchy for me, and that things would be kind of wild and crazy. Am I losing hope? Heck no, that is not my style. Sparkling lower sun pillar. You see, last Wednesday, the sun rose over the mountains of Rjukan, Norway, as usual, and it did something strange. The sun stretched into a column of light, reaching down almost to the valley floor, reports Torstein Sandvik, who saw the display while walking on a steep slope surface across the valley. God is great and works in many mysterious ways, and the sun is super duper duper awesome as well. And the sun continues to slowly wake up. We just had a flux rope coronal mass ejection, and here's Jupiter. On February 4th, the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO, watched a flux rope coronal mass ejection sail into space almost directly in front of Jupiter. So I definitely hope I get to stick around for this solar maximum, because I'm really good at covering solar maximums and hurricanes and asteroids and avoiding civil wars and avoiding world wars and a bunch of stuff. But yeah, here's our coronal mass ejection shooting out almost like a moon. Well, with the moon shadow. Look at that. Boom. I think that came from AR2801, the sunspot, although the disk is now sunspotless. And there's Jupiter. There's the sun. Okay, great. The weather models have been freaking out. Kirk Mellish, another great example of what I've been talking about in my blog for many weeks. Same USGFS model run, a mere 6 hours apart, night and day reversal. It keeps happening. Don't recall this in my 41-year career. Periodically, sure, but over and over and over again, no. Well, like I said, it's been like a big battle for who controls weather, like weather communication. It's just been a thing that's been going on since 2015. Like, things are crazy top to bottom, man. So crazy, a surreal blood-red river inundated the Indonesian village of Jenggot after floods did hit a nearby batik factory Saturday, and this caused a frenzy on social media. So, I don't think I have to tell you, we are living in strange times. Unprecedented. Technically, I'm rooting for Tom Brady because he just seems like a cool dude and the guy's a winner. But if the kid unseats him to pass the baton, I'm okay with that as well. But here we're looking at mixed precipitation of all different types moving up and over the northeast as another storm moves in through the central North Americas and Canada. There would be South Canada, I guess. I'm definitely keeping an eye on the hot box to see where the magma's moving, and we're getting an earthquake/volcano signal here. We had a 6.0 earthquake down here a few days ago, so who knows where this would manifest. But I would bet we will see some earthquakes happening out of Mexico, possibly over here again. Yeah, here we are with the Volcano Time-Lapse channel, and there's a major, massive eruption in Guatemala at Fuego, Popocatépetl, and Camayan are in Mexico. But that is impressive, for sure. And on top of all of this, Mercury is retrograde, so people's ability to communicate or understand the communications of other is going to be kind of impeded. And then we're all going to be thinking back, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if we're all looking back retrospectively, just even thinking about all the stuff that's happened to us in the last few months, last few years, because sometimes time happens so fast, it's hard to process. You know what I'm talking about? But I expect the energy to lighten up around the 20th, and it may peak out around the 16th. And you may have a tense or stressful day. You do just stay cool, man. On Sunday, the 7th, we're looking at a nor'easter hitting the northeast, and areas that still have a lot of snow may get more snow. Although, I mean, this could change to warmer or colder as we get closer to the event. We got another storm moving through on the 9th with upper snow components, but these moisture wet components may come together more. Look at this thing on Friday the 12th. That looks like quite a OGs, and it's going to have a heavy wind component up around the four corners. And this is it, still on the 12th, growing into something special, and we're still getting that heavy, strange wind component that goes all along the mountain range. And so the 12th will kick off the 12th to the 15th period that we've been having an eye on. On the 14th, we got a coastal storm coming in for the west with a possible nor'easter head in play to kick off the event. And then check out this frame from the 16th storm. On the 16th, that is a ton of moisture. And then that will be a large part of the cold blast period. And then this thing is just going to impressively blow up. Let me frame by frame this one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Each frame step is like 6 hours. So that would be a very impressive storm. And then we got another coastal coming in, which will be another impressive storm around the 22nd. So yeah, it's definitely going to be super active weather-wise. So stay cool, stay weather aware, have a great weekend, and everybody try and be cool, man. All right? God bless everyone. I'll be here doing what I do. I like to think I'm really good at it. I don't know why only like 200 people watch, but does it really matter? As long as the 200 people are awesome, that is all they're great. I mean, it's just weird. Like I said, they keep tightening the screws on me. I'm like, why? My information is excellent. Okay. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Peace out. Talk to y'all soon. Hit the button, baby.